Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another fan calling show, the final one of the week. Big up to everyone who all week has locked in, has called into the fan calling shows. Big up to everyone supporting as always. Yesterday's one was hilarious. I haven't laughed. Actually, I laugh every day. I'm lying, but that was the most I've laughed from a fan calling show. So big up to everybody who did call in yesterday. 3.5 hours that fan calling show was. But like I said, this is the last one of the week. But I will run these occasionally. Occasionally, you'll get on a Saturday or Sunday, or even during the week, I'll just run a fan calling show randomly. So always keep your eyes out for that because this has been successful. So make sure you hit the like button on the video as always. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching live right now or watching this back. Make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. Make sure you do so. Share this across all the socials. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell. So hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Please do that. It really, really helps. Share across all the socials. Make sure you follow at That's Me Flawless and at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and Instagram and all socials. And like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I will continue to drop the link in the chat during the live stream as well. Big up my guy Jago. I see you in the chat. Malcolm, Warrior, Jay, Surfer, Eli. I'm gonna get to that comment because that's jokes. Hey King, good talking to you yesterday as well. My guy also, Justice as well. When you're ready, Justice, because I did see you as I went live. Feel free to call back in as well. So yeah, only 2 rules when it comes to the fan calling show, people. 2 rules. 1, camera must be on, face facing forward, people. Camera on, face facing forward, and it's just safety protocols. That's all it is. We do not care what you look like. It's basically, we ain't trying to see anybody's genitalia. That's just what it is. We ain't trying to see anybody pull out their piece. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. We ain't trying to see anybody's chest. You know what I'm saying? Male or female. You know what I'm saying? But if there's a female who wants to, show her breast, hit up Jez. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're milk, hit up Jez. He'll love that. And the second rule is make sure when you call in, you know what you want to talk about. Don't just call in for calling's sake. Is the point I'm making. I'll run these fan calling shows often enough anyway. So when you call in, make sure you know what you want to talk about. You may want to have a rant about something. You may be in therapy settings. You may want to ask me a question. You may disagree with me on something. Whatever the case may be, that is absolutely fine. Of course, if you don't want to call in and you want to ask questions from the chat, I'll do my best to get to them. Of course, if you super chat, I'll get to them as well. And one final thing as well, if you are a member of the channel, you will queue jump. Because it is first come, first serve, so I get to all the callers. But if you are a member of the channel, you will go right to the front of the queue. But let's get to the first call in anyway. He's called in before. Liverpool fan. Man like Yuvraj is in the building. Yes, my guy. Yeah. We say.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
All blessed, all blessed. Let the people know, even though I know where you are calling in from as well.
I'm calling him from London I'm calling from London. You've seen it before. I've been on here.
Yeah. That's for the people who don't know. That's why I said I know. But I always ask people so people know. What do you want to talk about, my guy? Floor is yours.
I just want to speak on Liverpool right now. I mean,
okay.
It's a good start. I just want to discuss the season, stuff like that. I think we've had a good start to the season. 3 points off Spurs. I think it's 1 point off Man City. If you told me that before the season, I would have been like, hey, I would have taken that. Mm-hmm. So, look, it's been a good start. I think I would rate the season so far at 10. I'll probably rate it 8 or 7. But obviously, there's still a bit of issues right now. Obviously, the DM issue, which we should have gone in the summer. Obviously, Endo's our only DM, which Endo. Let's not discuss Endo. Endo's not that guy. He is not that guy. He's decent to have as a covered DM, but not an actual starting DM. We have to make McAllister play DM, which I feel bad for him, by the way. He's suffering for him. But obviously, Robertson, big blow. He has to have surgery, so that's 12 weeks out. It's a massive blow for us because our fan base have been hating on Robertson. If you actually notice, a lot people don't rate Robertson, our fan base. Mm-hmm. But now he's out for 12 weeks. It's a big blow. Now you have to somehow hang on. I don't know. Tsimikas.
Tsimikas, I'm sure he's not going to be. He's the obvious deputy.
Like, he's decent, but I don't. So far this season, he's not been the way he did. Well, obviously he's not played that much. He's played like the Europa League and stuff, but he's not looking impressive. So he needs to be on it. Take your chance, Tsimikas. You need to take a chance now. This is the only chance you get. Obviously, Gomez apparently will. Well, Klopp said in front of Gomez a potential left back through at the back. You put Trent inverted. Obviously, Chambers, a youngster as well, you could do as a cover as well. So, I mean, look, Robertson's a big blow, but I think we can survive, and I do think we're in a title race. If we get to
Okay.
January, because I think we can. Because you see the table, you win one game, you're top of the league automatically. It can just
Yeah.
change like that. So I'm calm right now. I mean, we need to beat Everton tomorrow. That is a must-win. If we
Yeah.
do not beat Everton tomorrow, I don't think we're out of the title race. But it's just like you cannot be dropping. You can't be getting 2 points out of 9. I know. Look, we got robbed versus Tottenham. I'll disallow that. But Brighton, we should have been.
You should have beat Brighton with the chant. The Gravenberch chant sticks out because if he scores that, I believe it was 2-1 at that point. You lot win that game comfortably. Yeah, go on.
Gravenberch scores, and then obviously this game we need to win. I think we'll win. But my only worry is the half 12 kickoff, and I hate half 12 kickoffs. But I do think we have enough over Everton. I think we should have enough. But of course, it's a derby, so one-off game. So anything can happen. But
you lot always beat them at Anfield, man. You lot always beat them.
If it was like Goodison, I'd be like, all right.
I hear you. Yeah, Goodison's different, but Anfield,
Everton
you lot
could shock. Like everyone could get a result, but we have to win. It's just like if we had just got 4 points out of 6, it would have been like we still have to win. But even if we draw, it'd be like it's not that. But it's the end of the world if we draw because we need to win. It's a must win. And overall, look, I do think we win this game. I think we win this game 3-1. Don't think I think we're comfortable 3-1. I think we'll score first, and then I think Everton will score because I think it'll be some before halftime, and because I think we'll get a bit complacent, and then Everton will score, and then I think maybe Nunes comes off the bench or and then we win the game. I don't think it'll be easy. Personally, I think our fan base is going 2 for 4-0 and stuff like that. I don't think it'll be easy. But we just have the extra power that we have Everton. We always do. Like Sabastai, McAllister, Trent, obviously Salah. I think they're gonna probably dominate Everton. Overall, look, I'm calm about the situation. I think if we do not beat Everton, then it's very concerning signs. But obviously we have some easy games. Then we got Man City, so we need to win all of those games, and then we got Man City. That's gonna be key. So overall, I'm calm. I think the fan base is a bit of a reaction right now because Robertson's out. I think Robertson's not being huge blow. I've said that already, but I don't think it's the end of this tower try. We still have enough firepower to get to January, get Andre in. Well, there's talks of Osimhen, which is a bit surprising.
You been linked to Osimhen?
Yeah, Osimhen and Musiala and Sane.
Oh right. They started the nonsense early. That's news to me. You don't even need them players, but go and carry them.
It probably means, and I hate to say this, it probably means Salah's leaving unless. Look, I hope to be proved wrong. I don't want Salah to leave, but if you sell Salah, you need to get at least 2 players in, and I think Osimhen and Sane, or you can go for Musiala, Osimhen. That would be good replacements. But obviously, I do want Salah to stay. I think he needs to stay.
I think he'll stay. I don't think he leaves till the summer. I think summer he saves. I think he leaves in the summer.
Because you can get that money, Saudi money, anytime. You can get that Saudi money even next summer, like 2025. They'll give you the money. I don't think he needs to leave anyways. I think he's in his prime. Well, right. Somehow, 31, he's in his prime. 32 is mad. But I think Salah, look, he will stay. But the fact that we've been linked to attackers is mad. We should be linked to midfielders and centre-backs. But look, it's just how we run it. We just love signing attackers. But I mean, look, Sane, of course, I wouldn't even take Sane because I think Sane is good. I think Sane is pretty, but his injuries would worry me because I do think if you want to replace Salah, you need to get a guy that never gets injured. Obviously, you can't never get injured, but just rarely gets injured.
Someone who's reliable. I understand what you're saying. You don't need anyone with any injury worries.
Because Sane at Man City, I would have taken 100%. I'd be like, because Sane at Man City used to scare me as hell. But then now, this Sane is not really amazing. So, look, I don't think you can replace Salah. There's no, unless you sign Mbappe, which probably will happen. It's never going to happen. He'll go around Madrid, probably. I mean, with our owners, I don't think you're signing Mbappe or Vinicius or, a big name. So, we're probably going to go for some level of a young. I would take Diaby, but I think Villa will ask pretty big money. I expect like £80 million. So, I'm just enjoying the season. I don't want to think of signing him because he's been brilliant this year. So yeah, overall, look, I'm calm and Everton next. Hopefully we win that. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Obviously, Arsenal Chelsea as well. That game's gonna be exciting for a neutral. We better win that game.
Prediction for that Arsenal Chelsea. Well, Chelsea Arsenal, I should say.
Oh, that's tough. 2-1 Arsenal. They're gonna edge it, but Chelsea will make it tough though. Chelsea, I don't think Chelsea, because when we drew versus Chelsea, it was like it seemed like a bad result right now, but I think late in the season realize it's tough, man. Once it clicks, I'm telling you, Chelsea will be a threat. I think they could get top 4 potentially. But then again, Tottenham are right now. I think they're probably going to.
They're doing the business. So, they are doing the business. So far, so good for them.
Top 4 right now. I think the top 4 stay like how it is right now, but it won't be like in this top 4 like first, like Tottenham first. But I think it'll stay like this, but in different order. I think that's how the top 4 is going to go. But you never know. I mean, obviously United. I enjoy this as a United as a Liverpool fan because United and United suffering is the best thing. And it seems like you're not signing anyone in January, if I'm not mistaken. It does seem like you're not going to treat the January window as serious, which personally, if I had to look at it from no bias, I think it's a big mistake. You don't need so many positions right now. You don't even need you probably need a striker because Hoyland can't play 2 games.
No, we need help. That's what we need, man. We need God, Jesus, Buddha, whatever God of choice, Zeus.
It just screams. You know what it screams? Sheffield United beat United 1-0. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, wouldn't be a surprise.
United just, it's just like apparently Sheffield United never beaten United before, like in terms of in
in a Premier League game.
I don't think they've scored against just one. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's all set for them. Yeah, thanks for telling me that. It's all set for them to win.
You don't dominate. You don't dominate all game. United just dominate all game. Yeah, and then Sheffield United just get that one chance, that penalty, and then 1-0. I just hope that happens. But realistically, I think you guys will win. You're not that bad. I mean, you're bad, but Sheffield United are worse. I don't think you lot will lose to Sheffield United. Surely not. I don't think you. I mean,
okay.
I think
someone was saying this yesterday. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Someone was saying this yesterday.
I think you lot will win though. I think it won't be the performance, but I think you lot will win. It'll just be like a 2-1 for that.
Yeah, we just catching life. That's what it is. It's a Rico case, and we gonna catch life.
Forget performances right now. You just need wins. Forget performances.
Facts.
That's having me on. I'll probably.
Of course, man. You've Raj though. Let me ask you one question before you go. I know I asked you this last time. You mentioned it. Obviously, Liverpool being in the title race. Will Liverpool win the league, though, in your opinion?
Shamelessly, yes. Realistically,
I respect
realistically,
that. I respect that. I respect that.
No. If I have to, look, I'll be honest with you. How do I word this? If we get in January, 3 points behind City, or like we're around there, we get a quality DM and a centre back, maybe amount of changes. But right now, I don't think I think we'll challenge, but I think we'll be the first team to fall off. Like, not as bad as 5th or 4th, but I think we'll be like that team that just drops off with the injuries coming up, and AFCON as well, which will be key. Salah's going in AFCON. I mean, I think we can survive AFCON, but can we survive for enough for a title charge? I do not know. So honestly, I think we get 3rd in the league right now. I think we'll compete, but I think we'll be like 5 points off from Arsenal and probably 7 points off City. That's how it's gonna go probably. I don't. But I hope we win the league. If we're around there, by January we get a quality DM. My answer could change, but overall, I think we get 3rd right now, and we'll probably win the Europa League. I think we'll probably win that. We should, unless Klopp takes it seriously and we win it. Which I don't know. The lineups have been surprising me, to be fair. I don't know that the strongness of the groups. We should rotate the groups, but playing Salah in the group.
Yeah, you lot should win that comfortably. That's me as a United fan saying that. You lot should win that comfortably.
I mean,
if you lot don't win the Europa League, something went wrong.
I mean, the only way I'll be happy with us being knocked out the Europa League if we win the league. That's the only way. Or maybe win the cup. Look, my expectation of the season before I go is probably it's the same. Top 4, top 3. Just get top 3. Look, I want to win the league, but I think it's a year early for us. I think it's still a year. I do think we'll get Andre in Jan. But he needs to settle in. This is all guarantees. But it could take time because Brazilian league is so different to Premier League. So it could take time for him to settle in. So I think it's a year early for us to win the league. But you never know. We're going to spend big apparently in the summer for a centre back. I don't know why we didn't buy a centre back in the summer. Because now...
you got Kwanzaa, man.
I don't want to put pressure on him because we saw Akon Bajcetic last season. He got injured. I don't want to overplay him and just get him injured again. So we need to we should have signed a centre back in the summer, but obviously we know the owners. They're gonna only thinking about owners. We only spend on one position, only one area. So attack was last summer. This summer was midfield. Next summer will be midfield. This defense. So I do think that's how it's gonna go. But I think For me, look, I think we'll get top 3, win the Europa League, win one of the domestic cups. That's my expectations. But look, overall, that's my expectation. And the answer, if we're not going to win the league, maybe next season, but this season it's a year early for us, especially with
is the league next season a must-win for Klopp? Or the Champions League? Because then it will be, when's the last time you lot won a major trophy?
2019 Champions League, yeah.
So it'd be 2025 at this point.
I think
surely Klopp has to win a major trophy, considering the level of caliber of manager he is, and also the caliber of players you have. But you probably will lose Salah.
Listen, obviously our owners, I can't really blame. I can blame Klopp for some situations, but owners are the main problem because for me, Klopp would have won way more trophies if he had actually ambitious owners like a Pep had, even Ten Hag. He had money to spend, like a 10. If he had 10 Hag money, I think he would have spent it well. If he had even obviously Chelsea money would have cooked Chelsea definitely. But I can't really. I think it is, but at the same time, you got to take context into it as well. Like, will they back the manager? Will FSG back the manager? Will they? I don't know. But we should really, like on paper, you should say yes because obviously it's been like 5 years. Then next season, like we need to win a major honor because Klopp. Because people will be looking at this right now in like 5 years' time, only one Premier League and Champions League. Like he's not up there. Like if you're looking at from just paper, because no one's gonna look at context losing the one league. Obviously, I can't really unlucky losing the league one point. It's unlucky, but no one's gonna look at it and be like everyone will just look at the winner. They don't care about 1 point, 2 points. They're gonna look at the winner. Yeah, so we need to win a major honor my next season. And I think we could win the Champions League depending on, I think the format will be so much different. So it'll be much harder to win it. But look, we definitely need to win a major honor in the next few years because Klopp will go. I think Klopp will sign new deal personally because I think the way he's been talking in the press conference and stuff, like before the season started, he's like, this is year 1 of the rebuild. That just screams he might sign a new contract. So he may have time, but still, I don't think it's a must win, but I think it's one of those where if he gets the money, he needs to. But if he doesn't, we still need to win a Premier League. I think we can win the Premier League next season. But this season, they were a year early because the midfield got rebuilt. I'm impressed with the midfield rebuild, except that DM issue. So the mad thing is we're a DM away from challenging. I think from winning actually the league potentially. I think
that's fair. As much as it pains me to admit, I think you're right, and that's that hurts me saying so. But yes, I can't not agree with that.
There were so many DMs out in the market, could have cheap ones. Warrior.
Hey man, salute to Klopp, man. Shout out him. You know what I'm saying?
Warrior said, what's score prediction for the Everton game? Oh, I said 3-1 Liverpool. Warrior, just my prediction. That's 3-1 Liverpool. I think it'll be tougher than people realize. I think it'll be a tough game, look, can't lie. I think it'll be one of those games where you're going to be like, you'll just take the win, It'll be one of those relief wins where, like, it was just one of those where I think the game's going to go like this before. I think the first 20 minutes are going to dominate. We're going to score in the first 20. Then after that, we're going to get a bit, complacent. We're going to be like making mistakes. Then put DCL, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and we'll get a header mistake from us. And then I think second half we'll struggle in the first 15, but then the subs will make the changes and then we'll win. But hopefully we're a comfortable win. I just want a comfortable win, but listen, this team is special. So I just hope this team turns up because after the international break, we played half 12 versus Wolves. It wasn't a great performance versus Wolves. We got the win, but the first half, you lot were not good. Listen, I can't lie. McAllister at DM, I wouldn't even play McAllister at DM, but I think Klopp because McAllister at DM, when he played against Wolves, he was awful. So I will start Endo tomorrow, but I don't think Klopp will because McAllister will probably start most likely. I don't think, even though I trust McAllister, just that DM, man, it's just annoying we didn't sign a DM this summer, but we have to deal with it and somehow survive through Jan. I think we could, but to win the league. By the way, Gravenberch is not a DM, by the way. Just add that in. Gravenberch is more of an 8. He's not a 6. Unless Klopp does some madness where he turns him into a 6. And then that's going to be a year at least minimum. That's going to be a
Yeah.
year. So I don't want to waste Gravenberch's time. That's the issue. I don't want to waste his time just playing. He started well with his Liverpool career, but there's no point wasting it starting him at 6, man. I wouldn't want to waste his career. So overall, I'll hopefully call more calling shows and.
Yeah, man, because calling you, I always, even though you're a Liverpool fan, I always enjoy hearing your takes. So feel free to call him, man.
Do well, and United fall down, which that's me. That's I'm here for. But
facts, I respect it, man. I would find it more strange if you wanted us to do well. I respect the fact that you dislike us. That's what it's supposed to be like. 100%. Same way I dislike Liverpool. I hate all this. You know what I'm saying? Sit around a campfire, kumbaya, my lord. I hate all that. People who don't dislike us. People like, oh, why don't you like Leeds? Shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Like they're more of a rivalry than Everton. I can't lie.
Yeah.
United, Everton are just like what. Like,
but you still dislike Everton, though. If you could relegate Everton, you would relegate them, right?
Yeah, 100%. But if you actually look at it from a fixtures result, it's not. It doesn't seem like a W because we always beat them. It just doesn't seem like a W. But it's more of a W of roughness. It's not actually a football W. There's only one team dominating and one team playing rough, and that team's Everton playing rough. So, but overall, I'll come on more and hopefully we win the game versus Everton. So
hey, you're Raj. Bless up, yeah. Big up to you, man. Every single time. Hey, great call as always, my guy. Yeah, keep supporting as well. Big up, big up, big up. Shout out to you, Raj. Great first call. You lot, make sure you bump up the likes. Continue to bump up the likes. I'm gonna get to all the calls. I see the call list is getting longer, so I'm gonna get to all the call lists. But just a couple things quickly. Make sure you bump up the likes. Make sure you continue to bump up the likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Again, if you're a member, you will queue jump because it is first come first serve. But if you are a member of the channel, that is one of the perks. So you will queue jump as well. And there was something else I wanted to get to as well. There's a couple things in the chat just quickly in regards to Mohammed who says, Flawless, you should change your FPL team. I don't play FPL. The only reason why I set up that I have an FPL team is for the league because I had to set up the Sarcasm City FPL. So if you want to join the Sarcasm City FPL, that being said, let me know. I'll drop the code. I think there's over 40 people in there. Big up Jez in the cut as well. What are you saying, Jez? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, man. Calm. And Talego, who says they won the FA Cup last year. What the fuck? Let's stop acting like the FA Cup's a major trophy. Let's stop doing this. I see Liverpool fans trying this. I see Arsenal fans trying this. Let's cut it. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool did not spend all that money to give Klopp all those wages. They did not give Salah the major wages and sign McAllister and sign Szoboszlai and sign, you know what I'm saying, Kanate and Van Dijk and Alisson and all these top quality players they have to win FA Cups. If you've ever been outside Anfield, and this is me saying this as a United fan, ever been outside Anfield, go look at the statues of the people outside that ground, whether it's players or managers. None of them are there of winning FA Cups. Let's treat Liverpool like the big club they are. They've won 6 European trophies. A man are trying to tell me FA Cups is big cups and big trophies. Let's cut this shit. Unless you want to admit Liverpool are a small club, which no one wants to do because that's just incorrect. I hate how we like to, but that's an agenda FC because he gets away with murder. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Hassam. That's the one thing he never wants to talk about. A lot of Liverpool fans don't want to hold Klopp to world-class standards. And that's why when I said that to him, the Back Again podcast a couple weeks ago, he's like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, because let's cut the shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Klopp, whether it's Pep, whether it's Sir Alex Ferguson, whether it's Wenger, any great manager, none of those are legends. Mourinho at Chelsea, Ancelotti of FA Cups. Let's stop treating Liverpool like they're a Wigan who won the FA Cup. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stop doing this. You know what I'm saying? Yes, if you win an FA Cup at a West Ham, you might go down as a legend. And that's no disrespect. That's West Ham, or if you do it at Brighton, or if you do it at Brentford. But this is Liverpool Football Club. What is it, 19 Premier League titles? You know, what are we talking about here? 6 European trophies? Like some of the best players we've ever seen in the Premier League and some of the best players ever overall. Like, come on, man. Let's cut the crap, man. Let's not do this.
We actually need
let's not do this.
Whatever we're going to do it on Sarcasm or maybe on Lewis channel.
Yeah, me and Lewis can't do that.
We definitely need that because I've been trying to have the conversations, but the question is because all the time I've been called, you support Spurs, what are you talking about? Or you can't talk about club. Bro.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, bro, uncomfortable conversations, bro. Like
very uncomfortable. And that's why they don't want to have it. Very uncomfortable.
This is a fan calling, so I'm gonna stay quiet unless all us want to bring it up. But I said somebody like Klopp. For me, he's a great manager. but he's not
Absolutely.
on that level that people actually think he is because of the achievement that he actually has.
Exactly.
Like, it's just my opinion, though. But
And that's fair.
I like the other people calling it.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, Koala J, I forgot I said this. Thank you. I be forgetting I'd be saying quotes. Klopp is babied. Harry Kane of managers. Word to you. Absolutely. Same way people don't want to hold Harry Kane to a world-class standard. And we've seen that when he went by. Oh, you don't have to win there. Like I say, when they crash out of the champs and he does nothing, I will be there. Just saying so in it. But we move on anyway. And just another thing as well, even though the title is about Spurs and Chelsea, you can call in and talk about whatever you want, people. Don't get that mistaken that you have to call in and talk about Spurs or Chelsea because that's in the title. Whatever you want to talk about sporting-wise, the floor is yours. Let's get to the next caller. My lad Justice is in the building. What are you telling me, Justice? You good? You're on mute, my guy. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry about that. How about you?
It's all good, man. All blessed, man. All blessed, man. What do you want to talk about?
Well, you have the two best teams in London on the show right now, right?
Shamelessly, I go with it.
Hey, man, you gotta go
Shamelessly,
with it.
I go with it. Shamelessly, I go with it. Yeah. And a shameless tip. Yeah, I go with it.
No, I got two things. Number one, maybe you could explain this to me because you're younger than me, right?
Okay.
Why is it cool now or in fashion to be negative on your team?
This is because this is what you meant from the question. Because I didn't know because you didn't put negative, you put NEG. I think it's more so it depends on who you support and what's going on, because there's very little middle ground. Come on, man. Like, it's the social media era, it's the social media fun. So it's either everything's great, everything's wonderful, give that manager a lifetime contract, all these players are world class, they're all legends. Or on the flip side is burn it to the ground, the manager should be sacked, all these players should be sold, everything's terrible, the ownership should go, we should move stadium, all like over the top. So in regards to it, it depends on what exactly you're talking about. Because I always say that if someone's being negative about the team, then that's on the team. Because if the team's doing well, there's no negativity. That's why City fans, if you chat to them, they ain't gonna say nothing because their team is being successful. Liverpool, for the most part, even though we're just talking about Klopp, during their most successful period, that like when they won the Prem and the Champs, Liverpool fans, you couldn't find one being negative. Whereas Chelsea, your club, my club, Manchester United as well, the clubs haven't been doing well and haven't been successful. So it gives people a valid reason to comment, because I've been told I'm negative, and it's like, I am not negative about the club. I just call it as I see it.
Well, I'll give you an example. I came on, I was on Lewis's stream this morning, and I said, well,
shout out Lewis every time.
Yeah, my guy, he's a real one, man. I think probably next to you, you're probably the hardest working man on YouTube. He's probably the second hardest, because you're on every minute, every day, man. Come on now.
Try, man. Gotta get to it, man. Gotta get to the hustle. Appreciate the kind words.
You gotta make that paper, man. You gotta make
facts.
That paper. So anyway, I come on and I'm like, well, in 2 or 3 years, Chelsea are going to be like Man City. We're going to be up there to win everything. That's what this whole project's about, right?
Yeah.
And I had a Chelsea fan jump me and say, "Oh, you're a deluded old man. You have Alzheimer's. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. In 2 or 3 years, we're not going to be like Man City." Well, then why be a Chelsea fan? This is exactly why we're spending all this money, is to build something to be like Man City's the gold standard, is it not?
Because that's the aim, is to be City standard or above their standard. But what they have is, not only do they have a world-class elite manager who will go down, is currently one of the best ever and will go down as one of the best ever without doubt. Also elite players and also an elite system. So asking for those 3 things to happen all at the same time within 2-3 years, even you being a Chelsea fan, is a big jump. That rarely happens when you think about it. Like City have it now. Even in the Fergie era, all right, we had an elite manager, we had an elite guy in David Gill. But even when you look at some of them teams that he won with, they weren't elite teams. Like I say, I always go back to it. The year we won 2011, we won the league. We won 4 away games, the whole season. But our home form was, and that tells you where we're at. So yeah, I think where people are at with you is that's a big step to say we're gonna go from where we're at now. Everything has to go right.
Well. And let me rebut that, because we've already spent $1 billion. Everybody said, "Oh, y'all spent $1 billion. Why are you down at 11?" We have changed our entire roster over. Granted, we have 3 players from our UCL win. 3 players on the roster. Yeah. 4 Kepa's, in Madrid right now. So really 3.
Yeah, it's just the 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we've already done the hard part. Arsenal took 4 or 5 years to rebuild a whole team. We done it in 1.
Yeah,
so
you did it just just like that. Yeah,
because we had the money and we didn't have the debt. We could do it. I think we finally get our final piece, one of our big pieces in January. Because if Osimhen goes anywhere in January, he's coming to Chelsea. Because there's not another Premier League team. There's not another team right now in Europe going to spend 150 million pounds on one player in January. We're the only team that's capable of doing that.
Yeah, I hear you.
So if he's going in January, he's coming to us. End of story. I think probably Tony does end up with Arsenal. Maybe, because I heard
before you go, big up Never a Foul for the raid as well. Big up the whole Never a Foul gang. Go on, carry on.
But I've already seen that Arsenal has to sell before they can purchase, and that's always hard to sell and get the right person you want in the January window. That's a short window.
Yeah.
So again, we're gonna have the players already betted, and we're not buying we didn't go buy Caicedo when he was in South America. We bought Caicedo after he's Premier League proven and shown he can do it at the high level. Yes, it costs you more money, but it's not like the people we've been buying are scrubs. I know people want to banter some of the players we bought, like Mudryk.
Yeah.
But this kid's come from the Ukrainian league, that's a huge jump to go to Premier League.
Absolutely. Yes, yeah. Ukrainian football to Premier League is a massive step.
He will come good. And because, it's not just me saying that and looking at his talent, it's everybody that's ever coached him. It's the scouts that have gone and scouted him. And it's just not Chelsea's coaches and scouts. It's around the world. So the kid's got actual talent. I love the Cole Palmer signing. It's brilliant because this kid, first of all, knows how to win, grew up with Man City. He's got that winner mentality. And say what you will, but it's still all right up here. Sports are 90% mental and 10% physical. And so he's brilliant. And the players that we have bought that are on loan or have not come to Chelsea yet that y'all might not know about, let me explain some of these kids. We've got Kendry Paez, 16 years old, starting for his national team in Ecuador.
I'm not sorry. I thought he's from Colombia, not Ecuador. My bad.
Yeah, he's Ecuadorian. Yeah, he's on the same team with Caicedo. And left-footed, kid looks like the real deal. He's scoring against, 21, 20, adults, 16 years old. We've got the kid in France, Angelo Gabriel, Brazilian. He's their best player on the Strasbourg team.
Yeah.
And looks electric, 18 years old. So we're not only buying for now, we're going to be stacking these positions through the summer because we don't have really major investment needed to the first team. Once we get Osimhen in, there might be a one or two here or there, but we already have all that. So we're going to be building underneath that.
Yeah, you're definitely building. But again, it's everything has to go your way. Sure. And that's where. And spending the intent's there, spending the money's there, bringing the players in there. Then these players, the younger players, for example, then they have to develop and become those guys. And that is very, 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 very tough to do. And then when you look at City, you look at Liverpool, throw Arsenal in the mix as well. It's tough teams in regards to, it's tough competition. It's not like it's easy competition. Yeah, if Pep leaves, it's a whole different conversation. But say Pep stays, say Klopp stays, say Arteta stays, or even Arteta leaves and Arsenal continue at the rate they're at. Because I actually think they're building a very good side. I think their biggest issue actually is Arteta. When I look at their team, there's still holes in the side. But Arteta, if you look at it, I go, if you give Ancelotti that team and a couple more players, that's a serious outfit. Liverpool, as much as it pays me to admit it, serious outfit. City, we already know. So I think that's where it comes from. In regards to the 2-3 years, even if Chelsea make that big jump, which is a big if, you still have tough teams to deal with. That's what it is.
Yeah, and I understand that completely. I don't retract my statement.
Well,
because
that's fair.
You look at City this year, and this is probably the weakest we've seen City, in the last 7 years, as far as the amount of people that have left and they've not replaced them, and they're getting older, got injuries now. Kevin De Bruyne. I'm sorry, Kevin De Bruyne is Man City. If he's not on the pitch in big games, they're gonna have a hard time winning those bad boys because somebody got to feed the beast up top.
Yeah, defeated. But here's the thing: is with that Kevin De Bruyne, and I've said this about Kevin De Bruyne. When it comes to big games, he doesn't really deliver for them like that. Some big games, not all. Before anyone says it,
Yeah,
and what it is with City as well. And I'm with you on this. Like, people are tired of them winning, so people are always gonna look for any sign of weakness, because not what you're saying right now about their weaknesses, but this was a conversation we was having last year, because they started off worse. I remember the conversation. People act like it's the Men in Black neuralizer thing, and we forget what happened last season. Haaland's made them worse. He only adds goals. This is Pep done, and then they went and won a treble. It's like people forget we was having this type of conversation, whether it's warranted or not. Like, City will be like, as much as it pays with Twitter, like, Pep's gonna get it right. Every time we've doubted him, they are gonna turn it around. And it's just it's 2 bad losses. And even though one is like, right, hit Ake in the face, they'll be on. I want to be wrong on this. They'll be okay, because they have an elite manager and elite players, and they'll figure it out.
Yeah, definitely. So I got them winning league this year, but I think this might be the end of that run, because you can only lose so many talent. I don't care who the coach is. The talent on the field plays on the field, right?
Yeah.
And give Pep Brighton squad or give Pep Luton squad, they ain't winning trouble, right? So it's both. You have to have all those parts in places. So they're coming to the end with De Bruyne. He's, by all intents and purposes, he's going to end up being a bit part player coming into the future, because injury after injury after injury, that catches up to you. You've already seen the departure of Mahrez. I don't know why you would get rid of a Mahrez. To me,
I think he wanted to go.
I'm sure he wanted to go, but man, you got to do something to try to keep that guy there. To me, that's a big loss.
No. Of course.
But then again, you gotta consider as well, like, the money that Saudi was willing to give. Are you willing to give Mahrez? How old is Mahrez? Like 31, 32?
Yeah, 31, 32. Like, I don't think they wanted to let him go, but I think he wanted to leave.
I don't think so too, because you saw it with Kyle Walker, because Kyle Walker was linked to Bayern Munich as well.
Yes.
But then he ended up deciding to stay. I think he was comfortable just staying in England as well. But with Mahrez, it's like, he looked at it like, this is my last big contract, and I don't think City was ever going to match it, because it was a lot of money. And
right,
yeah, it's one of them ones. But I do agree with you, like, losing players like Mahrez though is a big loss. But then again, they did invest into some talent where, like, I don't know if it's a thing of them just needing time to, because I do believe they need time, because I do think they can be a good asset for City. But I think the issue is that they need time to develop, first and foremost. But however the development phase takes, though, we will have to see it.
Yeah. Well, if you start looking though, and if you go back last year, look how many people they could play on the right wing. You had Cole Palmer, not there anymore at Chelsea. You had Mahrez, not there anymore in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You have Foden is still there.
Yeah.
You have Silva that's still there.
Yeah. That's all you need.
Okay, you've got those two, but they're used in different positions, so they're not always played on the right wing.
They're not always played on the.
And then on your left wing, you've got Grealish and Doku. Is that it?
But the thing is, they're still better than. Minus Liverpool, they're better than everybody else's options.
You're absolutely correct. But
I would take those for.
They used to be more stocked than that. And
I get that.
You're starting to see some of the degradation that happens when people get older, when players want to go get full first team football in there. So everything comes to an end at some point. Nothing keeps going infinitely. Even the universe ends at some point, right? So all good things come to end. I just think that they're going to start slowing down. Other people aren't going to stop either. They're going to catch up. And the big thing I wanted to talk about is this hard salary cap that the Crystal Palace owner has come out. And I don't know if he's the one who's introduced it, or if there's a couple of the smaller clubs in the Premier League want to get together and put clamps on the bigger teams. But if a hard salary cap comes in, there are going to be some clubs in big time difficulty.
Yeah, if they do that. But the clubs always figure out a way. They got salary cap in. Players, clubs will figure out a way. They always do, like money, because of the money. Like, we already know this. It's like when they try financial FFP. FFP has never stopped, from what I've seen, a club doing what they need to do. There's always a way around it.
Well, because
you lot spend big, we spend big. Spurs sometimes will spend. Liverpool still spend. Arsenal still spend. City still spend. Everybody still spends.
I think the difference though, because salary cap is different to spending though. Like,
Yeah, of course.
That's why it's like I don't think that teams get around it, but I think it definitely. I feel like there's going to be different benefits because and I'll just be honest, like the FA, they want teams like Chelsea, like realistically, the FA doesn't want teams like Chelsea and Man United to be where they are currently on the table. Personally,
No facts.
Because they know what they actually bring to the table. Like it would be a disaster not only for obviously Man United, for example, but also for the FA if a Man United, for example, get relegated, for example, because you're losing so much revenue just from one team alone.
Yeah.
So I do think there's going to be ways of where like sometimes you can get around it with salary cap, but salary cap is completely different to like what FFP is and everything because like you can't really have much control in it. But then again, it comes down to just like cutting certain players' contracts down. Because I mean, there's anyways too many players who, in my opinion, I think are overpaid anyways, especially Man United's team.
Yeah.
I was going to bring up United's team, but I chose not to because he already gets enough stick about his
freedom of speech, man. Fuck it.
But
hey, you know what, Jess? Sure, man. Go on, carry on, Justice.
But our team, looking at these 8-9 year contracts we've put these young players on at Chelsea, they're not on huge wages. They have incentive based contracts. So I think what you're going to see is low base salaries with incentives, right? You get in Champions League, okay, you get a little bit more. You get in, these competitions, your salary will go up. If you do certain things, your salary will go up based on your output, which is, to me, way it should be anyway, right? Incentivized to do your job. But I think that we've already started doing that based on the other FFP changes that are coming in. If they go to a hard cap, you're going to see a lot of people having to renegotiate contracts. A lot of people renegotiating contracts.
We'll see. Like I said, I highly doubt they bring in a salary cap. Highly doubt it. I don't think so. I think they like the money too. We'll see. I could be wrong. Well, but Justice, go on.
One last point, and I'll get out of here. I know you got a line of people around the block.
Yeah, for real.
So, last point is that this happened in the NFL. They brought in a hard salary cap, and it made it so where the playing field was leveled, and so all the teams had a chance, and not just the teams that could go out and just throw money around. And then, of course, how many teams are big in the Premier League? 6 big teams, right? The rest are not. That means 24 teams might want a salary cap to have more chance of getting up to the big 6. So that's what I'm saying.
Maybe. Well, always good chopping it up with you, Justice. I shout you about the members Q&A coming up as well next week. Right, and that's for all the other members as well for your soldier or higher. But Justice, big up every single time, yeah? Always good chopping up with you, man. Bless up. Shout out to Justice. We will continue to run through the calls as well. Be as patient as you can. Eli, I know I couldn't get to you, my guy. And what did he say? He was on his lunch break's over. But Eli, big up to you, because I did see the comment you dropped in the chat as well, where you said, let me get to it before I get to the next call. My laptop moving a bit slow, people. We move. Big up, Flawless. Love your takes on whatever I see you on. But my dumbass has only just subscribed yesterday. Much love, bro, and keep up the great work. Hey, man, appreciate it. It's all good, man. You're here now. That's all that matters. Large up all the members, like I said, all the regulars. I see you lot. Let's get to the next caller, people, which is my Grantham is back in the building. What are you telling me, my guy? You good?
What's good, guys? How y'all doing?
Oh, bless, man. What do you want to talk about, my guy? Man?
I got well, first thing we got to talk about tomorrow, because tomorrow got to get the lucky scarf. We got the war. We got the fight against Everton. I am ready to. Yeah, I am ready for this game because I think this is a game I need this Liverpool team to beat Everton silly, because I think if we can do that, that gives us a huge confidence boost. Because I think the last few games, 2 matches have been a very difficult struggle with their team. Regardless, I think we win that game. I think we win that game 4-0. I think it's going to be a slaughter, because I feel like Everton right now are in the position where they are fighting for a relegation battle. And I think they're so desperate to stay at that point. Like, Everton let Luton Town be the first team to be their first win in the Prem. You're telling me that we are going to lose to Everton? That's not happening. I see no way possible. Again, injuries are my concern with Robbo out and the multiple, like I said yesterday, with the multiple players we have out. But at the end of the day, I look at it as we have to go out there. It's still a derby game. There's still excitement over it. I still, the passion's still there. So, coming into it from that perspective, you have to go out there and give it your all. So I'm really, really excited about that game tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting, and I really hope that Klopp is able to pull out a big win for the Reds, because I think we really need it after the last 2 matches we've had. But to talk about Tottenham, there's a lot of things that I really want to say, because I think one of the biggest shocks for me when I talk to myself about Tottenham now, it could be petty, and I could make this like talk about, how they're a bunch of cheats and frauds, and that they're a bunch of morons for dancing when they want to throw Rob's goal and all this other. But
we here for honest conversations, man. Don't worry about it.
I have to honestly give credit to Ange Postecoglou for what he's done. Because I think when Harry Kane, the announcement of Harry Kane leaving Tottenham to go to Bayern, I think a lot of us wrote off Tottenham and just automatically assumed that they were going to have a very difficult season. I think I had put them mid-table, as I didn't think they were going to be able to perform well with that. But the way how Ange has come in, playing an aggressive type of football, playing very, very attacking, which is normal. He has Heung-min Son out there as the captain, who's playing very well. Pedro Porro, and a multitude of other players that have played exceptionally well in their positions. And I think the big credit goes to Ange Postecoglou, because for those of you who he had an interview with Richard Shearer, and Richard asked him what was the goal he had in mind when he came to Tottenham. And what Ange said was he wanted to get fans buzzing about the club. He wanted people to get excited about the club, to get people to know that when there's a match coming up on that day, that the fans can get excited and be happy to be Tottenham fans. And the way they've been playing right now, it's honestly, I think we could say that he has completed that task very well. They're at the top of the league, tied with Arsenal. They've been playing well in a multitude of games. Richarlison has been playing, he's been playing well given everything he's been going through. Son has been playing, like I said, Son has been playing well. I feel like this team, and for me, the question of can they mount a title charge, I think it's honestly very impressive that they have been able to perform the way they have. But I think it's too early to label them as a title contender, because we have to also keep it to the fact injuries might happen. If they lose a big player in that squad, it can cost them. And then we have to keep in the fact they may have a situation where they have a slump where they drop points in a few games. And I think, but as of right now, with only 8 or 9 games into the season, it's impressive to see because I think a lot of us, if we had asked ourselves, if we told ourselves that Tottenham would be at the top of the league at this point in the season, I think a bunch of people would have called us crazy looking at how they performed last year. But overall, I think Tottenham have played exceptionally well. And I think having Vicario in goal, especially, what a goalkeeper. Like, for a guy that came into a position, and I think there were a lot of doubts put around how he could play and how much better he was than Lloris. I think he has risen up to the challenge and done what he has needed to do. Now, with Tottenham, at this point, like I said before, at this point in the season, anything can happen. So we still have to wait and see. They play Fulham on Monday, and then they have then they play on the 4th.
Palace on Friday.
They play Palace on Friday.
Yeah, so 4 days.
Yeah, Monday and Friday. Yeah, they stitched them up with that.
Yeah, Then they have a few other big games that they play Chelsea. They have a bunch of few tough games. So if Tottenham can continue to play in the form that they're in, I think they can maybe make top 4. But I think title challenger is a little too much to say right now, because I think it's too early. Because right now I think anything can happen, and we're still early into the season before we can start making those claims. Now with Chelsea, I know Bridge personally, and we know him, and I talk to him about Chelsea, and I give him trash all the time. But I think what I've really not been. I think the problem with Chelsea is they haven't really been able to find their identity yet. You know, we can make jokes about you spend £1 billion in 3 transfer windows to get all these players. You're still playing bad. You know, you put 150 million in for Caicedo, and that's y'all. People could say, but Chelsea right now, I think, have struggling. The problem I don't think is the money, and I don't think it's the synergy. I think Chelsea are still in the position of they're struggling to find their identity. Like, what do they want as a team? Because I think when they beat Fulham, I think that was the game where I saw what Chelsea can be. And to be honest, with the fact that Liverpool, my club, was able to draw 1-1 without a CDM and was still able to get a point out of that game, by far, I think that was extremely impressive. Because I think Chelsea, with the attack that they have, especially on the wings, I think they can be a very, very dangerous threat if you leave them unopposed and if you have a bad defense. But I think with Chelsea right now, they play Arsenal this weekend, so it's a big game. So in my eyes, I have Arsenal winning 3-2. I think it's going to be a very good game. I think we're going to have goals on both ends. I think it's going to be interesting to see how Chelsea can play against Arsenal, but I just don't think Arsenal are going to drop points to Chelsea, because I feel like Arsenal can run a 4-3-3 and put Martinelli and Saka on the wings, because I believe Saka is playing this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but he's doubtful. But if so, if he can play, if not, that's a whole different story. But with Chelsea right now, I think it's a young team. I think they have a lot of solid players. My biggest concern is, we had the situation last year where Todd Bowley put all this money into the club, and a lot of times when you see that happen with a club like this and they get these players, you expect the team. I felt like the team at that time was going to be dangerous. And it was probably one of the worst Chelsea runs from January to May to the end of the season that I've seen from that club in a while. I think we can all say that we were honestly shocked to say that Chelsea were not at least in the top 5 or 6 of the Prem last year.
I can't remember. I just remember how bad they were. Yo, that shit was hilarious.
It was hilarious because I remember.
Yo, their cheeks now. We're bad for their cheeks now.
Hey, stop.
Hey, it's facts though. Yeah, you know what? Just hold that.
We're not as bad.
No, you're not as bad, but you're just still bad now.
No, I
need you not to
win
win tomorrow.
We're not bad. Just can't fucking score though. That's it.
I just feel like. Yeah, the game.
Last season with cheeks are wrong.
So
can't score, can't defend.
Just think the guy's trying to don't play it like just it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, this been going on for 3 years, so like whatever.
When you lost to Southampton last season, I was just like, okay, there's got to be something. There's like, they paid them to lose, because you do not lose to Southampton.
Bro,
Like
that was the snakiest show I've ever seen.
But Chelsea right now for me are in this situation.
It's just reminiscing in my head.
Nah, the thing is, I don't know if you
wrote a 40 points. Yo,
I don't know if you've been watching for I don't know how long you've been watching for, but like you gotta understand, like these Chelsea fans, especially how long was it ago, Flo? 2 seasons ago, when they came on every day singing Champions of Europe, every stream, and then for them to have that part of the season, bro, I kind of like that felt good, like that felt good because like we needed that, we needed the humbling. That was the humbling, all humbling.
You might just haters. You might don't want to see. You might don't want to see everyone succeed.
Yeah, but
all I'm saying is, if Chelsea pull it off and beat Arsenal on Saturday, that's gonna be
I'm going
something.
to be so shameless.
But I don't know if they can. I'm going
to be so shameless. It would be Arsenal.
if y'all beat Arsenal, I think that's the win y'all need to get this team motivated. Because then you play Brentford, then you have Blackburn in the EFL Cup. Then this is the run of games you have for November. Tottenham, Man City, Newcastle, and then you play Brighton, Man United, Everton, Sheffield United, Wolves, Crystal Palace, and that's basically up till the end of December. And then you have Luton. So you have a gauntlet to go through that's going to be very difficult because out of a bunch of these teams that you have to play, I don't really know. My thing is with Chelsea again, I just don't know how they're going to perform in the big games because so far this season, y'all lost to Aston Villa and Forest, which I don't think you should have lost the Forest game because y'all should have scored multiple times in that game. It just doesn't make sense to me how you don't score. And then you lose to West Ham, which I don't really know what to say about that except it was just bad. But at the end of the day with Chelsea, I don't know if Poch can get them into a top 4 spot this season because there's a lot of questions I still have. And if they can perform in the big games right now. So I think, again, it's the same thing. I think if you beat Arsenal this weekend, it's a start. But then after that, you have to be able to continue to play consistent for the rest going the way down because it just gets harder from here. And I think if you falter and have poor games, you don't get that top 4. But it could go either way for Chelsea because I think that there's talent in that team. I just think they don't have a solid identity, and that's what's costing them a multitude of. I just think that's what's making that team look as bad as they do because I don't think they have that solid idea. And I also really quick because this is the last point I'll make because I know you got a bunch of calls to get through. The other thing that I wanted to say was with Man City, I agree with what Jester said. Cool. When was the last time we had a conversation about saying that this is a time where we said Man City actually looks vulnerable? This season, right? Because we haven't had that conversation.
We had the conversation last season, not me and you, but people was having that conversation last season.
Well,
Haaland made them worse than
man. This was a genuine conversation. Like,
wait, y'all said Haaland made them worse?
Yes, don't you remember that conversation?
No.
That was a genuine conversation last season.
Not us, people in the chat. People also people who were coming, certain people that were maybe coming as guests as well, making claims that because Haaland came to City, that's why City was looking poor at the beginning, and maybe they're not going to win any trophies last season. That was the argument. So it's like we've been here last season, to be honest.
Yes. Yeah. That's what it is. Legit.
The thing I have to say about Man City is Pep Guardiola. In my opinion, Pep Guardiola is a top 5 manager of all time, just for what he has done with this club. Because I think you have to understand. I feel like Pep is dealing with a lot. With the KDB injury was the biggest blow to Manchester City because you lost one of the most integral factors into your team. Now you have Rodri, who was out with a red card, he shouldn't even have done what he did. He just has to control his temper. That was no reason you should have done.
Just hold up, Grantham. Yes, like Jez said, hey, you lot keep it clean in the chat. Poke holes in people's footballing arguments, cool. No personals or you will be blocked. And that's to any guests. That's to me, even Victor, even Jez, or anybody else. No personals, people. Go on, Grantham, carry on.
Well,
it's cool. Go on, carry on. Don't worry about it.
I think at the end of the day, it's just I don't really know what to think about Man City. I still think they're title favorites because you don't really have. I think if you underestimate Man City, that's when they surprise you. Because don't look at. We still think if Erling Haaland's having a bad run, he still he broke the record last season. So I wouldn't put that in. I would still put that into perspective too, because even if Erling Haaland has a few bad runs, he could still dominate on the pitch and be aggressive. I think looking at Man City right now, they have to get back and start playing dominant. They've lost 2 games back to back, which has to Wolves team, and which they should not have lost to, which was because of careless defense and again VAR, but that's a different conversation. And then also the Arsenal game, which was an accident that I'm not going to really. It's still a big win for Arsenal, but it was a bad mistake that cost them. So I think Man City I think they're in a position right now where you have to be able to compete. But I think we can't sleep on Man City because if people start to say that Man City's wavering or they're falling off, that's when they're going to start dominating again. And plus, think about it. like I said, we're only 8 weeks into the season. So there's plenty of time for them to pull off a winning streak and just wipe the competition for the next few matches and then get themselves right back to the top of the table. So there's really nothing else really you could say, because Man City, even with the injuries, they're still trying to play the game the best that they possibly can. And I think that's really all you can do, because granted, the situation they're in is very, very difficult, because I think with losing your multiple players, it's harder for Pep to be able to build a squad to go out there every match week and be able to dominate when you don't have those key players in your team. But yeah, I know you got a bunch of calls to get to. That's all I really wanted to say.
I want you to get. I always enjoy hearing from you. So even though you're a Liverpool fan, just wanted to hear what you had to say and get things off your chest. But you did say City gonna win the league, so that I'm not even gonna ask the question.
I never said they're gonna win the league. I said we're winning the league.
Oh yeah, you did say Liverpool. So Liverpool winning the league. Yeah, I respect it. All right, cool. All right,
yeah,
I respect it, man.
I respect it. Repping your teammates, you gotta respect it.
I respect it, man.
With Endo DM, I hear it, man.
Yeah, the Endo thing. Okay, I'll say this about Endo. The kid looks he was excited to play. I like Endo. I don't have a problem with him. I think him playing at Stuttgart, he was as a player. I think now that he's on a bigger stage, I think he's still adjusting. So you have to let him adjust to that system, because I think him playing at Stuttgart, yes, even though on the Bundesliga at Stuttgart, I think him playing at Stuttgart is completely different from playing from Liverpool. So I think that transition, I think he still has to adjust to that transition. But I feel like we can't put doubt on him just yet, because he's still trying to figure out what he can do on the club. And I feel like if we give him time, he's going to be a very integral piece for this team. But I feel like people are putting way too much doubt on him too early to say that that you don't have faith in him. I disagree.
You also needs to play first. Let's actually make a
First. But yeah, Gramford, big up, man. Always good.
Big up. It's good to see y'all. Y'all have a great
evening. Bless up, man.
Yeah,
bless up to Gramford, man. We'll keep the calls rolling. Of course, if you are, make sure you bump up the likes, because there's over 60 people in here, only at 43 likes. Let's get us up to 50 likes. Subscribe to the channel. We are closing in on 8,400 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. Big up to Never a Foul and everyone who came over from the raid as well. Large up the gang. Let's go to member here. Yes, obviously called in yesterday. Hilarious call yesterday. Very informative as well. My like Lex is in the building. Yes, Lex, what you saying, man?
Yo,
it's all good. It's all good. Your thing, man. No stress.
Man, what you munching on? What you munching on?
Popcorn, yo. Why you munching?
Popcorn.
Yeah,
Come on. Hey,
bro, wait. Salt or sugar popcorn?
Huh?
He's saying salt or sweet.
No, man. Butter, yo. Straight butter, dog.
First. What you want to talk about though, Lex? Floor's yours, my guy.
All right. So the topic kind of interesting on Tottenham still. Kind of don't touch on that in the sense where, in my opinion, was slightly dodge a bullet. And the reason I said that is because I think Tottenham finally got the piece to the puzzle that they needed. But obviously they lost the biggest piece, which was Harry Kane. I think the argument to if Tottenham stands a chance, not with this current squad, I think with Harry Kane they could have done something. And the reason I say that is because for a minute now, Tottenham essentially did not replace Eriksen. And to me, as good as Eriksen was, the style of play that Ange has right now has them playing under the solidarity of the spine, the way Sarr is playing, the way Bissouma is playing, the fact that the defense seems to be pretty well sorted out, and then the link-up play with Harry Kane, I think it would be so much better. Just replace Harry Kane with Richarlison, and it would be then I could look at them and say, yes, this is a side that, can do something this year, barring injuries and so on and so forth. Obviously, you need a bit of luck to win the league, especially playing against Man City. But I think it would be possible. But in this current form, even in January, even if they were to say, all right, go get Ivan Toney or whatever, I don't necessarily think they can win the league over a sustained period of time, because just a few injuries and it possibly would blow whatever title hopes they could have. So that's my opinion on that, essentially.
That's fair opinion. I just want to quickly interject. I can't with the Harry Kane point because it's an interesting point. And obviously, I don't know how long. Or are you a new subscriber to the channel, or are you just, or have you been watching for like quite some time?
To Sarcasm.
Yes, Sarcasm.
Yeah. So I've been subscribed for a while. I just never really been in the chat and so on.
Because some people in the chat, they're kind of new. My opinion on Kane. I think even if Kane was here, both ways, I don't think we're close to any title charge this season, from my perspective. And to be honest, even with some people call it a hot take, I think with Harry Kane, I think low key, we would be a worse side this season, personally. And it's not because of Kane's.
No, here's why.
Before we go, like, it's just from my perspective, because I feel like people underestimate how much the position change from Son going from a left winger to a striker in this specific system has actually benefited him more than anybody, in my opinion. Of course, if Harry Kane is in the team, he's always going to find a way to get involved, help the team score goals and that. But I feel like over the last few years, specifically the last 2 years, I feel like we've been heavily over-reliant on his performances in terms of being able to score or create. Where now obviously we got Maddison, which would have helped, and 100%. But then I'm looking at Son as like his responsibility would have been like, you know what, just let me stay on the wing. Let me just wait for the ball that comes from Harry Kane. Same with Kulusevski, because I feel like a part of the reason why I feel like especially those two have been playing so much better compared to last season. It's not because Harry Kane left, but more so one, be playing in a more offensive system. But I also feel like they know there is more of a responsibility on them now because of Harry Kane is gone. And I feel like they also have spoken up, both of them ironically have spoken about how having more responsibility now actually benefited them in terms of how they've been performing this season. And I feel like, as you can see in our play this season, it has benefited us. Even though I still would have thought losing Harry Kane, I wasn't really I wasn't warming up to it, because obviously, as you see, Richarlison is not starting. But at the same time, I feel like I just don't know how I would have felt if Kane was here, because you got to consider how the system actually works, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna let you speak in it.
All right, so I think it's just more of recency bias why people speak like this, and here's the reason why I said that. Look, Kane has the capacity to occupy many different roles, right?
Yeah.
And Kane pretty much had to occupy the creative role, which saw him occupying more of the ball, occupying certain spaces deeper on the pitch, because you never necessarily had that James Maddison. You never had someone that you could say, all right, Kane, go and be the out-and-out striker that you were when we had Eriksen filling that role, because Kane never used to play like that before. All Kane would have to do now is just adjust. And Kane has adjusted throughout the many years, throughout so many different players, and he has got it done every single time. Here's my thing. My thing with Harry Kane is it's not necessarily the fact that, okay, you said maybe you look better now, you would look better now under Kane. And here's why I don't think so.
Yeah.
Kane is very good with link-up play. Kane can play this style of football pretty easily. He can occupy spaces on the right. He can interchange with Kulusevski. He can interchange with Son. And here's the thing: it wouldn't necessarily be a case where Son would be pushed out to the left, or Kulusevski all the way to the right. Because what usually happens when Son and Kane play together is that Son does occupy more of a left forward role, not a left wing role. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
the only discrepancy that happened before, because a lot of people have to remember that what affects players' play isn't just the players. The main thing that affects players' play is what the coach is telling said players to do. And that is why players look different on the field, and people say, oh, this player is this and this player is that. No, it's because they have received specific instructions. And if they do not follow these instructions, the liability that there's a possibility that they could put their own careers in jeopardy because of a specific manager. So you have to listen to the manager. I feel that Ange coming in and playing this free form passing football, and I think this is the main thing for me where Harry Kane is concerned. All Harry Kane would have had to worry about is just the link up with Son, which him already have pristine. Forget last season, check the season
Just
before.
in general, yeah.
Just in general, right?
Yeah.
Because I think the problem with Son and Kane last season was not Son and Kane. It was the coaching. It was the fact that despite having said players available to Kante and these other man, they weren't using them. Because you man had Sar and Bissouma, right?
Yeah, we had both of them there. Yeah.
But they weren't being used.
Yeah,
You man using
Oh, yeah,
Pippin,
like,
Højbjerg.
if he was here last season, you would have known my thoughts on content.
Listen to this.
You know my thoughts about content.
Listen to this. Bentancur is coming back. It's like, bro, this would have been so perfect because now you can interchange and the football won't look much different. It won't look much different because you have skilled players, you have technical players, you have engines in your midfield, you have a proper core. Ramirez a hothead, but he's a decent enough defender where you can do something with him as long as you have a team that is playing as a cohesive unit, right? Van de Ven has been, for me, just more of the brains of the operation because, beside the hothead, you always have to have a more calm and collected individual.
Yeah, you need a cool individual.
You need a cool individual. So it's just a case for me where Tottenham, for me, looks so solid. Your left back, Udogie, this man is playing out of his skin. Pedro Porro just fit right in after everyone was calling him trash last year. And it's like, bro, these players did not transform. The tactics changed. That's all that happened. They were these players all the time. It's just that they weren't playing for the coach that could bring the best out of them.
Yeah.
So I think in this system, Kane scored 30 goals under Kante. This man scored 30 goals last season. I'm not saying he would be able to replicate those goals. I'm just saying he'd put up enough goals along with the rest of the team to actually mount a proper charge. It's just barring, injuries and so on and so forth. That's all I think. Because even when I say Ange makes substitutions, the football does not change. And to me, that is a big sign of everyone understanding what they need to do. Everyone willing to do what the coach is telling them to do. And once Ange can continue to guide and lead these guys in a particular direction that he has them going, then it would have been beautiful with Kane. But because you guys don't have an insane prolific goal scorer who can link up, who can play brilliant passes from any part of the field, then it kind of stifling because man just have Richarlison blood.
Yeah.
Like one pigeon celebration and things.
People know my feelings about Richarlison for like time ago, and on this channel, like, to be honest, you put actually a lot of good points, which are even a lot of them I actually agree with. Like, I feel like it's since it's a fan calling, I can't really go too much into because people that watch me on here for a longer time, they know from where I'm coming from in terms of my overall feeling in terms of, because don't get it twisted. My opinion about Kane is like, I personally think, like, for me, it's like, if you don't think he's the best striker, he's at least top 2 in my opinion. Like, and losing a top 2 player in each position, regardless who he is and which team you are, is always gonna hurt. It's just that, like I said, it's a longer conversation. It's one of them ones where I feel like it takes more of a longer conversation. Because to be honest, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. That, to be honest, it's just more about how I felt last season, which I did consider, like, people know my thoughts about Conte. Like, I generally hate. Like, if I could, followers, bring up the banner real quick.
One second.
Bring out the banner real quick. All the views expressed by the panelists on Sarcasm City are not always the views of Sarcasm City. So these views that I'm saying right now, it's just my views. Like, if I could meet Conte, I would push Conte off a cliff. But that's just me though. That's how much I hate this Conte guy. But
We know about your Conte hate. Your hate for Conte delivered some great moments. Go on, Lex. Last thoughts on it, and I'll have to get through the rest of these comments.
Let's say it's a conversation for another day because I feel like it would take a lot of time with that one. But
all right,
overall, I agree with a lot what you're saying, though.
Yeah, but all right. So the thing about Conte is, you have to understand where, in a situation where you have a coach, once the vision that the coach has and the board has, once it doesn't align, you automatically, especially with the individual with the attitude that Conte has, him just like for cry and sulk and behave like a absolute,
baby
child,
like a child. And Levy not go budge. So it's just a case where it was always a marriage. When you see a bridging with this girl, and you automatically know like this shit not gonna work, bro.
It's not gonna work. Yeah,
bro,
it ain't gonna work.
Bro, the first sign Conte to Tottenham, like, bro, you never learn about Mourinho. It's like you
Mourinho again. He Mourinho with long hair.
He's literally when it comes on to negative attributes, he is literally Mourinho 2.0. Literally, once it comes on to all that's negative about Conte and all that's negative about Mourinho,
it's the same thing.
Mourinho wants money, Conte wants more money. Mourinho wants his players, Conte needs his players. Mourinho says, okay, I think the difference between them is Conte is just this 5-back merchant. It's like him play FIFA or something. This man's just a flipping 5-back merchant, and him just can't get away from that. Where Mourinho, he based his tactics, I think, based on the personnel that he has and the trust that he has in said personnel. That is my idea where Mourinho is concerned. But yeah, bro, it's just a case where Tottenham, I don't have no qualms with Tottenham. I really don't care about Tottenham. As far as I'm concerned, Tottenham is pretty damn insignificant. No disrespect to your side.
Alright, bro. I heard it a lot of times. So,
but the man them have.
He hears worse about himself. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
I do, but like you niggas just hating, bro. Like,
facts.
That's
facts.
What like,
yeah, we are. We are.
Facts. Facts, yo. Nothing but hate. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
We just say we're not hating, though.
But yeah, I think.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Can I say something? Jose and Conte do have something similar, though. They've won trophies everywhere apart from Tottenham.
Yo, bro.
I'm not happy about that with Jose, but I'm happy about it with Conte. Fuck it.
I've never seen any shit like this. It's like Tottenham is the place you go to die, bro. It's literally like a haunted area. Like,
free my dog.
Do not trespass. When you look on Tottenham, it's just a bunch. It's like Halloween, cobwebs and shit. Do not enter. Trespassers will be shot. Shit like that. You get a message because it's a case where Levy, in my opinion, because in every business entity, I've not necessarily I'm of the opinion, but studies have shown that the culture is from top to bottom. So whatever the owners have as you know, as a sign as to say, all right, this is how we want to run business, it usually trickles right down to the bottom. So it's just a case for me where Levy has created a culture in Tottenham where it's not really about football. It's about business first and football secondary. And if football cannot make me any money, then I really don't care. Because I've set myself up, I've set the stadium up, I've set everything around me up where even if the football fails, I'll still be making hella bank. So I really don't have to care much about the football. Nice. Usually with entities like these, what you'll find happening is that unless a good manager comes in, or a good director of football or something comes in, you won't really get much. It's not that the owners don't really care. Well, they don't really care about the footballing side of things, but if they can alleviate pressure from the fans and hire this man and that man and that man and these man will do a good job, then they'll just do it and say, "Yo, all right, the football is yours, blood." It's just like United. hiring
Yeah, same
Ratcliffe,
thing. It's the same thing.
which, bro, I think that shit, it's not going to do anything. But anyways,
Yeah, it don't change anything. He's still not even been accepted, but we'll see what going. Well, I'm saying
and
we'll see.
I think it's a whole heap of propaganda between that. I think all the news concerning that, you cannot let it enter your head and actually believe anything until you actually see things happening. You just have to just watch it, because if you try for meds it's like, bro, what the hell is going on? Because nothing is making sense. Oh, we signed a good deal. It's going to be signed on this date. Date passed 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, nothing. And it's just a case where these men just playing games, blood. Because Glazers never want to sell that club for beginning with.
No first. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah, it's just one of them things. All right, man, them respect.
Hey, Lex, big up. I'm gonna add you to the group chat as well on the gram. I didn't even clock it was you until now. I was like, oh shit, that's Lex who's followed on the gram. So I add you to the.
Oh yeah, my thing.
I'll add you to the juice. Yeah, I'll add you to the group chat, my guy. Always good hearing from you, Lex. Yeah,
that's the one for the pro clubs and thing.
Yeah.
You man play pro clubs, right?
We're going to be running clubs. What console are you on now?
On PC, blood.
Are you on PC? We should be able to link in then because I'm on
crossplay. It's fully crossplay.
Yeah, crossplay, so it should be all right. Yeah. So as soon as obviously you'll be in the group chat, so you'll see everything that's going on in there. Yeah, 100%. I'll add you in. Yeah. All right. Bless you, man. Every single time.
All right. Respect.
Every time. Shout out to Lex every single time. Don't worry, you're gonna get to all these calls as well. Big up to Earl Dawkins for the super chat, who says Jadon Sancho will be like, he's gonna have to go diamond Tommy Egan voice. Hey, all I'm gonna say is I ain't gonna spoil what happened, but Power Book 4, that episode 8, they knocked that out of the park. They've been knocking the series out of the park, and every episode just gets better and better and better, and the characters are all fire. Because you feel a way about all the characters. You either love them or you hate them. There's no character that you're like, you're in between. Yeah, man, and the tragedies hurt as well, man. They hit, like, the fictional deaths hurt more than some people's deaths in real life. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I feel more for fictional characters than I do people in real life.
I can't lie. When I'm talking about the original, I'm talking about the original. Shut fuck. I can't lie. When Ghost died, obviously everyone would have watched Power Man. So
yeah,
when Ghost
that was
died,
sad, man. When Ghost
got hit me though. I can't lie. It hit me.
Well, man, we got packed, but we gonna get through to the next call as well. United fan in the building. Been a regular on the call before. Not spoke to him in a minute. Big up to man like, hey, Kevin in the building. What are you telling me, my guy? You good?
Yes, bro.
Oh, bless, man. Floor's yours, man. What you want to chat about?
Nah, I mean, Man United played today. That's nothing new, isn't it? We played today. Surprise, surprise. Man United play. Do we play football or do we play something else? I mean, I don't know.
Your argument's as good as mine. As much as you're happy about the Mighty Blues, yeah.
And this rat that's just bro, this rat is about to get 25% of our football club, man. But somebody has to explain to me, how does 25% take over 100% of the football side of things?
I have no idea.
How does 25% of what the rat is going to buy Man United for is going to take over the 100% of the sports side? It's going to take over the sports side, but it's predominantly owned by the Glazers. Like, how are we, like, how does this coordinate? Like, it doesn't. I mean, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, like, didn't he just suspend someone for talking about Palestine, like for reaching out about Palestine? And he's going to come to
know about
where a lot of footballers are.
Yeah, he did. The guy who played for Villa, what's his name?
And then a lot of footballers are supporting Palestine. So imagine what it's going to be like for these players having to deal with, no free speech. I mean, no. Is Old Trafford going to be rebuilt? I hope so. I hope Old Trafford's being. I want to see Old Trafford be rebuilt. It's part of our history. Old Trafford's one of the biggest pieces of our history. We did everything there. We won everything there. Are they gonna rebuild the football club? They're letting it rot. The club's being let rot by the Glazers and potentially Sir Jim if he comes in. Sorry, what was I gonna say? I mean, and the training ground as well. Like Ronaldo said, the jacuzzis. Ronaldo was spot on, bro. Like now looking back at it, people criticize Ronaldo. Ronaldo was spot on. Ronaldo was spot on about everything but the club. The club is rotten from top to bottom. There's no structure. it's all commercial.
There's no Scooby Doo. There's no Scooby Doo.
There's no yeah, you're right. That it's all doom and gloom.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's all doom and gloom. There's not
Oh.
much to hope for. Like there's not much.
I
new.
win today, but But it's not going to be like an easy win. Like Man United
Absolutely not.
We struggle against these relegation sides. We don't batter them like
Facts.
Like you expect Man City or someone to go. We don't batter them. We'll edge past them. We like how we did. We need to get revenge on Sheffield United. By the way, let's not forget what happened at Old Trafford under Wally.
I forgot. I blanked that his whole regime out, so I don't remember nothing.
When we were top of the league in January,
Just blank that out.
Yep. Totally.
Oh, I remember that game. Because I remember the conversations going into that game too.
We were top and they were bottom when they beat us.
Oh,
I see that. I forget about all them things, man. I forget about
I remember that.
You
know why I remember that game? It's because Saeed was going like crazy, saying, "You know what, man? That we could win the league." I remember that stream. I remember the stream. That's why I trust me. A lot of those games from that season I probably wouldn't remember, but that specific one, I remember. Saeed was going crazy on that one.
At the time we were like, it was like, when was the last time we were top in January? Like, so since Sir Alex Ferguson's days. But like, okay. That lasted long, didn't it? That lasted for a while. I mean, Wally the Clown got a terrible position, man. I'm so glad. Like, I mean, I'm so glad he's not here today. Otherwise, we would have been a bigger mess.
Yeah, for real. I'm glad he's gone. Yeah. For real. So, yo, prediction. What you saying, there, Kevin? Prediction for the game?
2-1 Man United.
2-1 Man United. All right, cool.
I mean, as it stands right now, Man United just transfer policy in January. Like, what are we doing in January? Why do we not spend money in January? The last player we signed in January was it Berbatov?
Because he's like cheap. That's why.
Mata. Sorry, Mata was like the guy we signed permanently in January. Like we actually went in for him. Like Bruno Fernandes, we wanted to get in the summer, but we couldn't because we had to get him in because the club was slow, so we got him in January instead. So Bruno Fernandes was technically someone we wanted in the summer. Juan Mata was one we wanted in January. So a player we deliberately wanted in January, we went and bought. The last one was Juan Mata.
Yeah, we don't spend in January. Yeah, 100%. We know this. Yeah, we don't.
As much as I think Arsenal did choke last year, but they went and got Trossard. They went and and if they get Ivan Toney, if they get like a winger this year, in January, they could win the league. Depending on what they do, depending on the results leading up to the January transfer window.
Definitely, they can improve. 100%. Carry on 1 second. Well, carry on.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. I was just saying, we don't spend enough in January. Like the money that's being spent in January is not enough. Look at we either we signed 2 loan players. The last January transfer window we signed 3. Jack Butland didn't play a single game. He got sent to Crystal Palace. What's he done? He's done nothing there. We signed Val Breakhorst. That went well. That went very well. Very well. Sorry?
Sabitzer as well.
Sabitzer was good. I liked Sabitzer. Sabitzer was one of them players. Like I thought, okay, he is gonna add something. He's gonna add something in a midfield. Like, yo, cool. Sabitzer is nice. I mean, Sabitzer is a good player. But if Man United really wanted Sabitzer, why didn't we go and buy him? Now he's at Dortmund for free. We could have signed him for free in the summer. It wouldn't have cost money. Although, I mean, the Glazers saving money isn't a good thing. I mean, it never is a good thing for the Glazers to save money because they're going to use it for themselves, aren't they? They're going to use it for themselves. They're going to use it for their own benefits. The Glazers took 11 million dividends last summer out of the club. Last summer they took 11 million dividends. I don't know how much they took out the summer, but boy, I mean, what's the excuse for qualifying for the Champions League? Apparently, we can sign better players. Better players for what? We signed Mason Mount. We signed. Who else did we sign?
We signed Onana.
Onana's not doing well at all. I want him to be dropped. I need Onana to be dropped. Sorry. De Gea, when he was playing bad, Sir Alex Ferguson put Anders Lindegaard in. He put Anders Lindegaard in the team, and that went well.
Yeah, right.
That went well. You need to drop. You need to be ruthless and drop certain players. We're not dropping them. We're not dropping them, bro. We're not dropping them. We have players like Rashford, Bruno. We're not getting dropped. They're not getting dropped.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree with you 100%.
As much as I hate Harry Maguire, he actually had one of his best games in the United shirt against Brentford. I'm not even joking. He actually played very well against Brentford. But I don't. This doesn't change my opinion on Harry Maguire. Doesn't change my opinion on him.
Oh yeah, facts, 100%.
I have one great game after being benched and being like, oh, I want to fight for your place in the club. Why don't you go to West Ham and fight for your place then?
Yeah.
You can literally get into the England squad. I mean, Southgate does pick him anyway because Southgate all was sentiment. He likes his English lads. He likes to protect them all. But I mean, yeah, Rashford, another one being protected. Another one. I don't know what it is, but this fan base was waxing lyrical over the Rashford against Italy. I'm sorry, where was Rashford all season? The last time he did that type of goal was against Arsenal. Where is he? Where else has he been?
Yeah, he had been awful. 100%.
Been awful, bro. And the thing, and this is my concern. We're not doing enough. We're not being ruthless enough. Qualifying for the Champions League meant we were going to sign better players. Where was the intent to go and sign a player like, for example, what's his name? We weren't going to get him anyway. But where was the intent to go sign a player like Harry Kane, Victor Osimhen? We should be.
We know how much we suck, which we do, man.
Exactly.
We know how much we suck, man.
They know the club's been exposed by by a certain man outside the club, by a certain man who's left the club. Let's say Zlatan, Jose Mourinho, Ronaldo, all exposed the club. Louis van Gaal, all exposed the club. Louis van Gaal even told Ten Hag not to come to Man United. Let's not forget.
Yeah, because it's bad.
Man are a mess off the field and on the field. Behind the scenes, a training ground's a mess. That's why they don't want to come here.
Of course, we know all this.
Mount because you're in England. You can travel to London back. You can go back home anytime.
I think it was just that. I think it was just because he's a runner. But yo, hey Kevin, I gotta let you go. I gotta run through the rest of these callers. All right. Big up to you though every single time. Yeah. Bless up. I'm saying I will get to all the callers I can. People, don't worry. I'm gonna get to go. Obviously, we got the on the kick. We got the NBA regular season preview coming up, people. But let's get to the next caller. My like Kaneki is in the building. Yes, Kaneki. What you saying, my guy? You good?
Yeah, it's good right now. Very good. You know.
What you want to talk about quickly, my don? Talk to me.
All right, I'm gonna do this quick because everybody else need to get a chance. For the Spurs argument that's going on right now between Spurs and Chelsea. For Chelsea right now, I don't have that much faith in Pochettino. Chelsea's squad is inexperienced. I'm not going to be the type of just Chelsea squad shit. If Chelsea squad can gel, that's a problem for everyone in the league. If Chelsea squad can gel and actually stay fit for 10 games, they're going to be a problem in the league. For Spurs, it's as Lex was saying, with Harry Kane, it's the clutch goals, really. Like, that's what I'm not going to say maverick because they do have mavericks in their team. Madison is a maverick. You'd count Heung-min Son as a maverick, but they don't have a kingpin, basically. Someone that when the chips are down, this guy can literally turn water into wine.
Got you.
So if I had to say which one do I see can mount a title challenge the most, right now under Ange, it's Spurs. And I know everybody knows what Levy's like. So I think the only person that's going to cripple Spurs as a title challenger is Levy. For Chelsea, it's injuries. Really. But who could I see more likely as a title challenger in the next 3 years? Chelsea. Spurs, if Ange if they can back Ange for 2 seasons, it's probably going to be a change of tone with me. If they can back Ange, because what I'm seeing him play right now, that right there is title challenging football. What Spurs is playing right now is title challenging football. They might not have the depth to launch a title challenge, but that football that they're playing right now can challenge for titles anywhere else. I say that we're in the Premier League where Pep can use Edison as a box-to-box overlapping inverted goalkeeper that's playing on the wing and no one will question him. So that probably out of it. For Man United, when are we playing? I don't even know.
Well, technically today now because it's just gone midnight in the UK. So yeah, today.
Draw. Yeah, draw. That's my prediction. Draw. That's my prediction. Draw. Right.
I hear you.
With the whole with us right now, as I said before, this is a circus, and I have the popcorn ready, basically.
Yeah,
we are a circus right now, and this is the popcorn.
It's not even a fun circus.
No, it's not. The whole thing with Ratcliffe, they're taking down the percentage. I'm hearing rumors coming out that they're taking down the percentage from 25. They're knocking it down. So,
have you heard to what?
23.
I wonder what that 2% is.
He can't afford it. Apparently, I don't know. It's.
That's a lie, man. There's no way you can't afford. You can't get a loan.
Let's be real. If these men are turning down 9 million, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
No, but I'm saying him. There's no way that I believe that Jim Ratcliffe is like, yo, I can't afford 25%, but I got 23%.
Okay, well, then,
I don't know.
For argument's sake, so why can he then not afford 27?
He probably could, but it'd be weird to offer 27, wouldn't it? Like, you just automatically assume it's in 5s and 10s.
But 25 is weird too. I'm real.
No. But it makes more sense because we just deal for whatever reason. When it comes to shares, we deal with 5s and 10s.
Yeah. So right now,
when have you ever heard? There's been a 33%. You know what I'm saying?
33.
Club. Yeah, that don't make no sense. Or there's been a 75%. It'd be 75. It'd be 80, 85.
Yeah, they always like to keep it even. They don't like the odds.
Yeah, I don't like
but for us right now, as I was saying before, this whole thing, I'm expecting Maguire to assist against Sheffield United. I expect him to assist Sheffield against us because that's what he did. The game that we lost, the game that you guys are bringing up, that we lost when we were top of the league. Yeah, Maguire was the one that assisted. What was his name? McGoldrick. Yeah, Maguire was the one that assisted him. That we lost 2-1. It was his fault. So Maguire own goal, put bets on it. Have Maguire costing us, put a bet on it. I have it as a draw, but I just have him costing us. That's just pretty much it. But for the question at stake right now with Spurs, I believe what they need right now is they need more help in the midfield, and they need 2 more centre backs. I don't know. Why didn't you guys get Tapsoba? I'm not going to make it stay long. I don't know why you guys didn't get Tapsoba. Maybe you're going to go in for him.
No. The reason why we didn't get him is because he was out of the two. It was between Tapsoba and Van der Ven as the first option. It was between them, and then we were supposed to get another centre back, but the issue was Eric Dyer was refusing to leave. Davinson Sanchez left too late. So we couldn't sign another centre back because we already had too many players in the roster. So it was more of a too many players on the roster thing rather than wanting to sign another centre back.
All right. Well, before I go, flawless. I'm just going to give you this stat. Manchester United has as much points in the Champions League as Liverpool this season.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
So big up everyone.
Big up to you, man. Every single time, Kaneki, man. Man, we'll catch up with you soon, definitely, man. Hey, love every time, my guy. You already know what it is, man. All I can say is just do your best. Do your best, man. We gonna sync together on this one. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna sync shit. This is what it is. Bless up, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Bless. Oh yeah, defo Titanic settings, 100%, man. This is the Denzel Washington move, man. It's not fun anymore. No. Not even a little bit. It's not. That's how I feel, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious meme, but that's how I feel, yo. It's not fun anymore. No, it was fun. Not anymore, though. Not even a little bit. Nah, not even a little bit. But
It's
let's
funny a little
welcome
bit,
to the
but
show
no.
back. Yeah, sure, man. Welcome back. My like King.
Yeah,
is in the
before you
building.
go, I need to go, bro.
All right,
I actually need to go.
bless up, Victor. Yeah, every
Yeah.
single time. Yes, King. What you saying, my guy? You good?
Yes, I'm good. Yes, I'm good. I'm here to talk about Arsenal, not about my team for once, because my team is shambles. But here we go. We are. Rand said it perfectly. We are going to be Tottenham Hotspur when we play good football, but we don't win anything. So cool.
Fez, you know what I'm saying? I don't see yeah, Fez, like I said, I think Arsenal will do their thing, but I don't think they'll be like up there in regards to they'll do nothing of note. I don't think so. But yeah, go on, King.
Yeah. In terms of Arsenal, I think a lot of Arsenal fans, I think obviously Arsenal did well last season, but you don't get a trophy for finishing second place.
True. Facts.
And I think they overhype their players too much. I think every fan base does it, but I think Arsenal do it the most. To be honest, I think I'm hearing a lot of Arsenal fans have been speaking about William Saliba. Yes, I think he's a very good centre back, but I don't think he's world class. Like Arsenal fans are already talking like he's like the real
He's him.
deal. Like
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
yeah. Like he is not world class. He's a very good player. Like football fans need to stop overhyping like players levels where they're not at. In my opinion. Same with Saka. I like Saka as well. I like Saka, but he's a very good player, but he's not world class. Martin Ellie's a good player, but he's not world class.
Right.
Like all these players, what they overhype is I don't get the hype. I don't get that much hype, but I don't get the hype, but it is what it is. Obviously, I agree with you, Flawless. On I think the most problem with Arsenal is Arteta. That's why Arsenal won't win the Premier League, because I don't think Arteta has got in the biggest moments, when it comes down to the last 10 games of the season, what can you do to get over that line? And Arteta didn't manage to do that last season.
Yeah, for real, they should have won the league. Yeah, facts. I fully hear what you're saying. That's as much as on the player. Arteta takes blame too. Yes,
Arteta take blame as well for his tactical decisions, and also this myth about Arsenal lost the league last season because Saliba was out. I don't think it was because of Saliba. I think it was because their senior players like Saka, Ødegaard, Martinelli didn't perform, and Aaron Ramsdale as well. If you include Ramsdale into that,
hey, trust me.
So I think their senior players didn't perform the last 10 games, and that's why they didn't win the league. And their blip started from when they drew 2-2 at Anfield, when they were 2-0 up in the game. Yes, we all know Anfield is a very hard place to go, but when you're 2-0 up, you have to see it out. When you're 2-0 up in that game, you have to see it out. You know what? You know what I'm trying to say. So
no, exactly what you mean. You have to, despite where you're at, 110%. Yes.
Yeah. So as well, I don't think Arsenal's squad has gotten bigger because has gotten stronger because they've brought in players, but they've also got rid of players. Like they should have, instead of getting rid of Xhaka, they should have added, with Declan Rice, they should have added another midfielder. In my opinion, I think Arsenal are still basically 3 or 4 players off. Arsenal haven't added squad depth. They've just got rid of players and added new players in, but they haven't actually increased the squad.
I get what you're saying with that because they took out Xhaka, signed
Yeah,
Havertz, like
yeah.
Price. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? For
because yeah,
I think Lokonga left and there was another midfielder, but I
the
get the point you're
Conda,
making.
yeah. So I think Arsenal need a striker. They need
Facts.
a cover for Saka.
Mhm.
Because Saka plays too many games. I think they need another midfielder, and I think they at least need another centre back. Because if Saliba or Gabriel gets injured, it could get really sticky for him. So, so,
For real?
so,
Here we are at
so,
that. I hear exactly what you're saying.
so this is the thing, and it will be interesting, even though I don't think Arsenal will win the league. I've always maintained that Manchester City will win the league this season, and I said that last season as well. Manchester City will win the league last season as well. I said it, even though the last 10 games, I said the same thing. Man City will still win the Premier League, and I still maintain Man
Because you're a
City will
smart
win the
individual.
league.
That's why, King. Because you're a smart individual. You don't get lost in the media nonsense. You're very, very smart.
Yeah.
Not surprised to
Yeah.
hear you say that. Yeah, you can see through the nonsense. But go on, carry on.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting as well. Even though, even if Arsenal win the even though if Arsenal win the Premier League this season, it will be interesting what they do next season. Because the reason why we speak so highly of Pep Guardiola and Sir Alex Ferguson was when they won Premier League titles, they strengthened their squad when they was on top.
Yes.
So it will be very interesting if Arteta does win the league with Arsenal or wins a major honour, if that's the Champions League or Premier League. It'd be interesting if Arsenal go again and really strengthen, because that's why we speak about Pep Guardiola and Sir Alex Ferguson, because they kept on refreshing the football team, so the football team won't get complacent.
Yeah, they don't wait for things to go bad. They add on to top. But King, I'm gonna ask you again. I know I asked you this yesterday. I know you go into the game. Enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I'm guessing you're from Sheffield by the accent. You Yorkshire based, right?
From Sheffield.
Scoreline prediction from you. I know you said. Did you say 1-0, 2-1 yesterday, Manchester United? Has that changed? Or are you staying with the same?
I'm going 1-0 with Manchester United, but like I said to you yesterday, I won't be surprised if we don't beat Sheffield United, if we lose against Sheffield United. Low block it's horrendous, and with the whole Sancho thing, like the whole Sancho thing, like it's crazy. Like he's not allowed to have food at the canteen or anything like that. It just crazy, man. Our football club, it's just
nuts, crazy. Yes,
Manchester United or Manchester United, and a lot of United fans won't like me saying this, but we have to accept what we are as a football club. We're not Manchester United Football Club no more. We're just a normal football club. We're not Manchester United Football Club.
We're just mediocre. Manchester United in name only. We're here talking about Sheffield name only. We're here talking about Sheffield United. Like, yeah, it's life or death. And you're right. It's life or I don't like this, man.
And I watched Ranson Lee Gunner live stream today, and Rance said it, like even though we beat Wolves and even though we beat a couple of teams, there's not one performance where you go, oh, we definitely deserve to win that game. There's not even one.
Facts.
There's not one. There's not even one performance to say we deserve to win that game, because even though we've won game, it is papered over the cracks. And that's why I think Eric Ten Hag eventually is going to get sacked. I was surprised that he wasn't sacked after the Galatasaray game, because that was horrific, that game. But yeah,
But we know who we're dealing with, like in regards to upstairs. But yo, King, good calling, good what's it called? Hearing from you again. Make sure you continue to support, yeah. And like I said, when I run these fan calling shows again, make sure you call back in. And hopefully we're both in. Make sure you do that. Hopefully we're in better spirits about Manchester United when we next talk. Because it's bleak right now. Hope we'll win.
Yeah, shout out who's the other person?
Oh, that's Jez. That's Jez. Don't worry about Jez. You don't have to big him up.
What you mean don't worry about Jez?
You don't have to worry about Jez.
What do you mean by that?
Enjoy the game, though, King. Yeah, enjoy the game, my guy. Yeah.
Both of you out, man. Bless up, man. Bless up, man.
Big up, man.
Big up.
Yeah, man. Shout out, King, man. Always good to hear from people. Always. We got, you know what I'm saying, another regular caller in the building. Man, like LT in the building. And to me, 3099, turn on your camera and I'll bring you on. But yo, the floor is yours, my dumb. What do you want to talk about?
Okay, first thing, I have a question because I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Should I actually save up money and buy like this suave outfit for the character, which is like 7K?
I don't play Assassin's Creed. Jez might know better than me.
Yeah, just say what your plan is right now. What's your plan?
You say what's your plan in the game?
My plan at the moment, I'm just going around, going to mission to mission. Whenever I see a chest, I open the motherfucker and all that shit, so I can get the money. I could low-key upgrade my character with the money and then be like, then the outfit is cool. So I don't know, it's just one of them. But it's like other upgrades to cost like 10K, 20K. So I don't know. I'm not like a financial type of person when it comes to these games, but. Yeah, I don't know.
So save up the money, man. You never know, man. Save it up. That's what I would say.
Save up the money. All right. Thanks for that, Jez. Yeah. Also,
you're getting a gaming advice people on here. And that being said, make sure you subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV YouTube gaming channel. Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel. Road to 50 subscribers on there. So make sure you subscribe and we'll drop the link in the chat. Well, go on, LT. What do you want to chat?
Yeah, Jez, did you do the assignment that I sent you a few days ago?
Bro, I can't lie. I haven't done it, but that's on me. That's on me. But I'm also been extremely busy with uni, bro. I'm sorry. Like if you follow me on Twitter, you guys know I'm literally raging about this code that I'm currently working on. So yeah, like my but that's on me though, because I really haven't had time yet. So to go and do other stuff. Like this is currently my break, to be honest.
Yo, Jez, you live such a hard life, man.
Bro, if you know how hard coding is, bro, this shit is annoying. And it's not even the coding part. It's when you do something wrong and you have to fix it. Like it's
what exactly are you coding? What are you actually coding?
So right now we're doing like what we're doing as a pro checkers right now. I need to recreate like a traffic light system. And okay. I'm struggling at the first part of it right now. Like, bro. So currently I'm going through it right now. To explain. Yeah. I'm going through it right now.
Coding ain't no joke, but once you get it, coding is no joke. I remember I did that in college. Man, it's no joke. But once you get around it, then it's just gonna be it's
gonna be there, trust me.
Yeah, it's good money. But anyways, on to the football sort of things. Yeah, well, later today is gonna be a good day. The Prem is back. We got the London derby between Chelsea and Arsenal. Manchester United is back as well. And of course, we got semi-final number 2 of the Rugby World Cup, England versus South Africa. I'm more excited about that than Manchester United versus Sheffield. Fuck, fuck the Red Devils, but yeah, man. But just to answer your question that you said in the title, I think Spurs are title contenders. They got something in them. Not the dog yet, but they got something in there.
They got something there, right?
Well, I don't want to say it because it's YouTube, innit? But this is my views, and it's not the
You just carry on. Just bypass that. Carry on.
But I think possibly that they do have a title charge in them, but I don't know. Somehow Pep and Man City just going to do some judge, some sort of madness, and I think they're going to do 4-0, man. I think Pep, Pep is going to do 4-0. He's going to break another record for Pep. But yeah.
LT, stay on the line while I introduce the final caller as well. Somebody who's a regular in the chat, but first time calling in to the show. My like Michael is in the building. Yes, Michael. What you say, man? You good? You on mute, my guy? You on mute?
Michael, not Jackson.
Michael, you on mute, my guy? You on mute? Yeah. We'll sort that out. It's all well and good. There we go.
No, I'm
yes,
saying
Michael.
it's a bit awkward because it's on my iPad.
It's all good, man. It's all good. No
Yeah.
stress. No stress.
Can
You know what I'm saying?
Can I turn
Are you
off the
good though?
camera though? Can I?
You
Man,
good?
I'm good.
Yeah, man.
Turn off
Bless
the
up,
camera,
bless up.
bro.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, bro. It's just holding up that shit. It's enough.
Nah. Calm. What was I gonna say? So yeah, where you calling in from? Where you calling in from, and who's your team as well?
No, I'm a Liverpool fan. So
Okay.
yeah, I was just kind of thinking while you guys were talking that the Premier League is kind of set in stone for the next like 5 years.
Well, in regards to what you reckon City just gonna dominate like that, or you reckon Liverpool?
Not
gonna
even.
dominate,
I
or
think
what?
it's a fixed number of teams. The teams I'm seeing right now: Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, maybe Spurs. Spurs and Chelsea is kind of slash 50-50 between them, depending on what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Go on, LT. Go on. Say what you're gonna say. Go on.
Nah. Not. I don't see Chelsea. I still think they're going through a transitional period. Basically, I don't see them challenging for the Prem. Spurs I can see, but yeah, if they can low key get a replacement for everything.
I can't. I'm flattered that you men are saying 50-50. That I'll be honest. I don't think we have.
God damn, Jess, we giving you hope,
well,
man.
and like
No,
how
bro,
the clubs are positioned, you know.
Of course. Yeah.
Say that again, Michael. Sorry. Say that again. What did you say?
Yeah, I'm looking at Chelsea from a financial aspect. So the amount of kind of sunk cost that Bowley's put into that, I'm looking from his perspective. How much more money is he willing to put into that project? I know he spends a lot on his LA Dodgers and their baseball team, but I don't think football's his passion at all. For most of these Americans that come in, to be honest, you know, they're just trying to increase their portfolio and for more investments in different areas anyway. So that's how I see it. So
and actually, Michael, before you carry on, where are you calling in from as well? Where are you based?
The Caribbean, bro. I'm in the Cayman Islands.
Oh shit! Okay,
next to Jamaica, man.
Love that Cayman Islands. You know, that's sick. Yeah, we really are worldwide. Go on, carry on. That's crazy.
But I lived in Bournemouth for a few years.
Amazing, crazy.
And in Houston, man. So I've been everywhere.
Yeah, carry on. I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, man. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think Bowley will sell off actually, probably to the Saudis is why I'm looking at it, because and that's how I see them becoming successful. If we're talking 5 to 10 years, maybe even shorter than that. But since Saudis already have an interest in like Bowley's fund management company, whatever you want to call it, his asset management company, and indirectly into Chelsea, I suppose. So that's where I can see Chelsea possibly going back to winning league titles. But those four, this season is the most difficult one to call, I think, because Man City have definitely dropped off. You can just tell by watching their games in their midfield. They're just not the same. It's not the same team. You're losing Mahrez, Gundogan. Who else did they lose? Well, even De Bruyne through injury. It's just a whole different setup almost. So yeah, I don't think.
So that being said, City being weaker, are Liverpool winning the league this season in your eyes?
No. Well, I think the team that will reach 90 points will win it, to be honest.
So who do you think that team will be?
No, it's impossible to say. It can be
nah. You can make that. You can make a. Don't do that. You made a prediction. We make predictions out here. You know what I'm saying? And that. Who do you think the best team is in the league?
Shit, I'm gonna go Arsenal. To be honest,
you go Arsenal. So you think Arsenal is the best team in the league? Okay,
yeah, but that's not me saying that I think they're gonna win the league, though. It could
so
even
what's
be
stopping them from winning the league?
Some crazy form happens, and it have to be a miracle.
Wait. So what's stopping them from winning the league? If you think they're the best team in it,
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Well, these injuries is one.
Okay.
And just the mentality of the players. They're still young. None of them have any of them won a league title. Jorginho in there. Have any of them actually won a league title and gone? I mean, they had that experience last season as well. So, but Liverpool, I think, just have way more in terms of depth experience. Long Champions League runs in the past, a lot of players still there, and plus the new energy. That could be one to watch for me. So that's what, I don't know. It's interesting. That's why I think this season has been the most interesting season for a long time, personally.
All right,
Since
fair.
maybe Leicester season.
Okay, so fair. So you don't have someone winning, but you think Arsenal are the best in the league. All right, first. All right, fair enough.
It's close though. It's close. And football changes so quickly. So, but we'll see. Nobody has a crystal ball in this thing. So
No, it's not a crystal ball, but we're here making predictions. You've asked me questions.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
If
We're all here to make predictions.
If I was to predict who would win the league, it would probably be Man City now, just based on probabilities. But like based on who's the best footballing team, I think Arsenal are. But it has to be prime Arsenal when they actually, because sometimes, their structure is just not set up defensively well. To me, sometimes, and I feel like top players can exploit that. I mean, De Bruyne definitely did last year, and I don't know. It's interesting, It's interesting.
First. But yeah, large up to everyone who's locked in. Hey, Jacob, United Spurs of America. Big up to everyone who's joined over from the raid. We're only at 61 likes. We are going to close out. Hit that like button, whether you're watching this live right now or whether you're watching this back. Make sure you hit that like button. Shout out to Michael for joining. Big up to LT for joining as well. Gonna let both of you man go while I close this out. So big up to both.
One last thing. Arsenal should look at the Champions League too.
Arsenal Champions League, yeah.
Why not?
All right, man. Hey, Michael, I don't know if it's because you're a Liverpool fan, you're trying to set them up for failure, but all right, cool.
No, it's because we were that one team that didn't, we had a 30-year wait.
Yeah, but your team was better than theirs, though. That team that you had is much better than theirs. Yeah,
but
so
they have top-class players still.
Well, you wouldn't put money on it.
No
there
way.
You go, then. That tells you exactly where you're at with it then.
I wouldn't put money on any team, to be honest. It's too tight this season.
All right, first. But all right, big up Michael. Yeah, bless up. LT, my guy.
Yeah.
Go on. You had something you had to say? Go on.
Yeah. Also, I would like to apologize for what I said earlier in the chat concerning the FA. Yeah. Basically,
you mean FA Cup being a major trophy? It's cool, man.
I view the FA Cup as possibly a major trophy, but possibly a trophy like on the side that you could be proud of.
It's a nice, and it's a nice side piece. It's like coleslaw.
Yeah, as a
lovely side dish.
Yeah.
Oh, you never go like just coleslaw.
What the hell?
It's great with like a main dish. You definitely don't want to eat coleslaw by itself.
What's your favorite side food, Jess?
Side food for anything or just specific?
Anything.
Oh, I use I don't know. I don't think you know it, but it's called kimchi.
Okay, and what so we'll just use that as an example. I don't know what that is, but yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
just go
that's what I'm saying. I don't know what it. I don't what it is. This why I was like, I don't know. It's a bad. That's what I'm saying. It's a bad example to because you don't know what it is.
And Chinlu said it, like rice. I love rice. You know what I'm saying? Not Declan Rice, the food rice. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's weird when I talk about Declan Rice and you hear a black man say you don't want rice. It's crazy. But like rice is fine. But I wouldn't be like, yo, just go get rice. It needs to be with curry, yo. It needs to be with chicken. It has to go alongside.
I need the
FA Cup needs to be in addition with something. You don't sign Ten Hag wasn't signed for Manchester United to win FA Cups. That's not the aim. You don't put him on big money and sign big players. Same with Liverpool. Same with City. You think they gave Pep all them wages and all that money to spend to win FA Cups?
Hell no.
Exactly. You think you got Aguero and David Silva and De Bruyne and company to win FA Cups?
Nah.
What we doing here? Is but yo, LT, big up every single time, my guy, man. It's always good chopping up with you. Yeah, bless up. We are gonna close out. Alam is live, so we're gonna raid him, but don't forget we're gonna be live in 5 minutes on the Sarcasm City TV kick for the returning courtside commentary podcast. People, the returning courtside commentary podcast is the NBA regular season preview. NBA regular season preview 2023/24. So myself and the rest of the gang will be in the building, looking at both the Eastern and Western conferences as well. But make sure you bump up the likes here. Please subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. We are closing in on 8,400 subscribers as well. Make sure you get over to the kick. Let me actually drop the kick. Get over to the kick. We're literally going live in 5 minutes on the Sarcasm City TV kick, people. Download the app for free. Sign up for free. The same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same on the Kick. And we're going to be active on the Kick all season long with the NBA returning. So you're going to get NBA regular season watch-alongs on there, courtside commentary podcasts on there. And even today, you're getting 2 watch-alongs on there. Premier League, Merseyside Derby, Liverpool versus Everton. That'll be there 12:20, so 10 minutes before kickoff. Then following that, big game of the weekend in London, Chelsea versus Arsenal. That will also be live on the Kick. Then straight after that, we're back here on the YouTube channel for Sheffield United versus Manchester United. That watch along, can't wait, yay. And then midnight, we're back for the Manchester United Chelsea Tottenham Hotspur show. So myself, this Joker, Jez, and Surfer will all be in the building, recapping. Go on, what? Yeah, exactly. Dickhead. Yeah, dickhead.
Oh man, you had to throw it in there.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, we'll be back, obviously recapping the United game against Sheffield United, recapping the Chelsea game against Arsenal, and looking ahead to Spurs' game against Crystal Palace on the Monday as well. All of these. Fulham, sorry. Yeah, you play Palace on the Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday, Fulham. Yeah. My bad. So yeah, people. That being said, even the Spurs Fulham game, that will also be on the Kick on Monday as well, people. So we're going to keep this show on the road, people. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. But again, the Kick, people, live in 5 minutes on the Sarcasm City TV Kick. So please download the app for free. Sign up for free. Girls monetized over there. We're at 59 followers. We need to get to 75 followers. There's over 70 people in here right now. So if you enjoy Sarcasm City TV content and you're not on the Kick, you are not getting the full Sarcasm City TV experience. Same way, if you're not subscribed to the Sarcasm City TV gaming channel, you are not getting the full experience. We are expanding. We are like the Marvel universe out here, people. We are expanding. There's crossovers. There's all types of characters. There's characters you love like myself. There's characters you dislike like Jez. But we're all here, people. You feel away. But yeah, make sure you pump up the likes. Make sure you subscribe. Just be catching hella strays. That was so unnecessary. I'm sorry, Jez. That was mad unnecessary.
Hey, you know what? I'm taking it because I finally know how it feels like to actually be disrespected.
There you go with it. There you go.
Only the best getting disrespected like that.
That is facts. That's facts. Yeah, it is out of love, 100%. I only do it to people I have genuine love for. And again, big up to all the callers today and all the callers during the week as well. Salute to everyone, whether you called in multiple times, whether you called in just once, whether you're new, whether you're regular. Much appreciated. Just please continue to support in the way that you lot do, because it's crazy. Man goes live every day and you lot show up. I respect it. You know, I hear as often as I am. So big up to all the regulars. Big up all the new people. Like I said, see you on the Kick in 5 minutes. And go type in Sarcasm City Raid on Alam's channel as well, because he's talking all things Raptors. So make sure you do that and see you lot in the Kick. See you lot on the Sarcasm City TV Kick. Big up.